Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the transfer to get this onto the fresh plate. The stuff you see is just plastic that's on the plastic, but there is some stuff still on the plate, which I like because it adds extra effects, so I leave it. But if you wanted to clean it, you could use baby oil or mineral spirits. So what we're going to do is put on a little coat of acrylic paint. I use this Amsterdam because it seems to work the best, and the guy that I likes watching that I've learned some stuff from on YouTube, he uses that. So we're going to put a little bit on here, and the key is to get the right consistency. You don't want too much, and sometimes it fails. You have to realize it fails actually a lot. Hopefully this won't fail. We'll see. I think I'm going to need some more on here, but you kind of have to work a little bit quick because it will start to dry, and if it dries too quick, then it's not going to work. Wherever the toner is, or the not the toner, but the toner from the laser print, will resist picking up the ink where the paper will. So what should be left on here in the black areas will be the image that was on the page, to a degree. It's not like perfect, and this is really light pressure here. You don't want to push really hard, and then you kind of just have to guess and see when it's going to be done or not. And then you start looking to see if it's pulled it up, and we're going to go with it. It looks like it did it. Oh boy, all right, perfect. So you look at that and you say, perfect. How is that perfect? Well, let's get a piece of white paper to put underneath it. Oh, you still can't see it. Never mind. I took the bottom sheet out so you can see. It's very faint. You can't tell, but you can kind of see the image, but it shows up much darker when you actually print it. And depending on how much paint you put on there, you can get it darker by putting more. So it's like, depends on what you want, and you have to play around with it and experiment a lot. But now that this is sitting here, I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to come back in a second, and I'm going to put on some gel medium and a piece of paper, and we're going to pull it up so you can see what it looks like with just the image versus what I did with the paint and adding the paint layers on the back side of the print in reverse. You have to do it in reverse, right? Because whatever you put down on here is going to be what you see, and then whatever you put down after it will be covered up by what's in front. So you have to kind of work in reverse. It's pretty cool that way. All right, let me put some gel medium on this. I'm impatient, so we have problem solving skills. You always need tools. Heat gun, just to speed it up a little bit. This is a thin layer, so it's probably already dry, really. Like it's already ready to go. So now we put that in our fireproof aluminum container so we don't burn the house down. Although I could use the insurance, save the animals, who's gonna know? And we're gonna put on the gel medium. Oh, I just fucked up and grabbed the wrong roller. So happy accidents, right? But you'll see that will actually probably look pretty cool because we still had the image saved in there. But that roller had black ink from when I did the transfer, right? And I hadn't cleaned it yet. But this is gonna look cool, I can already tell. Now that we have that, now we need a piece of paper, which I don't have ready. It's ready. It's just copier paper. All kinds of different papers you can use to do stuff. So I'm setting that on there. Again, now, pressure doesn't matter. You want good contact, so you want to put down some pressure so that you get good contact with that gel medium all over the image. And then what I like to do is a stack of books here I'm going to put on there. If I can lift this up with one hand. Arthritis, don't fail me now. Oh, that's a mistake. All right, problem solved. All right. That's not going to get edited because I don't have those skills. But we are going to put that on there. I do the extra weight. You don't have to, this is probably overkill. Some people don't even do the weight. You really probably don't have to, because once it adheres to it, you let it dry. You'll see here in a second when we pull it up. All right, now we're going to pull up the image, and we're going to lift these books with one hand. Boom. And Bob's my uncle. Unfortunately, because of the little stoppage, I now already pulled this. So I'll reenact it. It pulls off much harder than this. It's usually much, tighter, but it'll come off. It's still a little grabby, but you can see here the image looks great. Obviously, this up here would be white if we didn't use the wrong roller and the mistake in the early roll-up. But the way that this looks now is pretty cool. And I'll be able to use this for collage or paint into it, or I'll be able to use this to make more art, basically. But that is what it looks like before. it turns into the final piece, which is this, after you add all those colors and layering and stuff like that. And so I'm pretty happy with the texture because it looks like foliage. At any rate, that's it for entertainment. Memorial Day weekend 2025 for the Reed family. Love you guys. Bye.